All right, so Claude Code, literally every person that you know right now has been hyping Claude Code up. Everyone has been using Claude Code. Everyone has been, making the most of Cloud Code. And if you're someone that hasn't been using Cloud Code or someone that hasn't been put on to Cloud Code yet, I would really highly advise that you actually do that. And you're really missing out on a lot and a bunch. So this is basically going to be a quick run through of how you can get Cloud Code literally installed on your laptop, and then you can start using it by the end of this video. So I'm just going to be walking through these main things, which are basically how to install Cloud Code, which is the first one, which is going to be a much more easier step. I've seen other steps as well where they're kind of like trying to make it a little bit more complicated as it actually should be. It's not really as difficult as it is. You basically just have to go through a few steps for you to actually have Claude Code installed and actually working. And then the second thing is setting up Claude AI. So Claude AI is basically the main, you can call it the main product, and then Code is like a sub product, if you can think of it in that way. So Claude AI, basically you can install it. You can have the application version. You have it on your laptop as an app, and then the other one is a web-based version where you can just basically run it on the web like a normal ChatGPT type of thing. And with these two, either one of them, you can basically have Cloud Code integrated in any of them. But the application one, in my opinion, is the one that's actually much more better. So the third one is install Cloud Code official extension. So you're basically going to use something for you to be able to install this extension. And then the third one, I'm just going to run through how you can create a folder. And then the fourth one basically is just going to ask Cloud Code what to do, and then we'll see if we can use Cloud Code in this video to create something. I'm not exactly sure yet. Maybe it could be a website or an application, just a quick demo, and then we can just run through that, and then you'll be able to see me build maybe a live demo by the end of this video. So basically, to start off, if you're running into me for the first time, my name is Mwanga Chanda, and I've been making videos on AI for some time now. And then obviously right now is almost a no-brainer for me to talk about something that has been taking the space by storm, which is Cloud Code. Cloud Code has really been consuming, everyone has been consuming. Most of the people that are using or are in the AI space or aren't even in the AI space, even regular people nowadays just can simply hop on Cloud Code and then start using it, and can basically create applications. They can create websites. They can create different automations just like that, almost easily with Cloud Code. So today we'll be running through how you can do that today, and yeah, we're just going to make it much more easier and quicker. So the first step that you're going to want to do is cloud.com/product. This is where you get installation. So if you know how to install it in the terminal, what you can do basically, you can go to here and then you'll be able to pick where you want your Cloud Code to be installed. Would you want it on your desktop, on your VS Code, or brains, or even on the web? Basically, for me, if you know how to go through the terminal, that one is also much more easier. You just go into the terminal. For most can be CMD. You just type in CMD on your laptop, and then you open this, and then just copy and paste that into the CMD, and then it should start installing. Then the other option, which is probably the better option, or it's the easier option, and I would say it's a much more organized option, because you don't want to be dealing with terminals and all those type of things, and it's a much more cleaner version. Is where you just go and search for VS Code, and then you download VS Code. So what VS Code basically is, you can describe it as a place where you can organize all your files. So when you create projects, when you create all your different automations, that's where Cloud Code is going to sit, and that's where it can have its own other resources and extension in it. It's more like a, you can think of it like a house. It's more like a house, and then it just gets to have all these different components inside of it. So most of the people, most of the times, you would normally have VS Code if you're someone who's a developer, including myself. I was way familiar with VS Code and how to use VS Code way back. And right now, it's just much more easier for other people to even explain what VS Code is to them, because it's much more easier now, yeah, when you're using Cloud Code, for example, for you to be able to hop on VS Code. So basically, just go on VS Code, just download the latest version, and then once that's downloaded, just go through the whole process of installation. You can install, you just click next, 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 and then at the end, I'm pretty sure it's going to be installed. Then you're going to install that, and you should have a window open, something like this. So I'm going to open VS Code right now. So you should have something open up quite similar to this. You just have a window like this, and then this exactly is what's going to open up and then show up. And this is where now you're going to want to start looking and setting up. I know it may seem a little bit confusing in the beginning, but this is something that's much more easier. So the second thing that we're going to do now is open or create a folder. So it's very important for us to create a new folder because we want to have an arrangement to whichever project that we want to do. So let's say today I wanted to focus on building an application, for example. I want to have a folder name for that application and then keep it and store it so that when I'm using or when Cloud Code is creating the project, it can easily allocate that project in that folder. And then when I want to create a separate project or create something different, I can create a new different folder for that so that gets basically kept in there, and then you don't have to mix the two. So with that, basically you're just going to have to create a new folder. So you just go on your normal desktop, create new folder, and then you can name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it like app test. Simply just head back to the VS Code. You go where it says open folder, and then open folder. You just have to look for the folder that you just created. So app test is here, and then you just select folder. It should take you to the next step. It's basically as easy as that. And then you'll be able to see here on your Explorer tab that you have the name of the folder that you just created. So basically, this is how far you just basically have to go. And just giving you like a quick tutorial on this thing, you don't have to do much, especially when you're using Cloud Code when you're here. It was much more different when you're a developer. You have to kind of understand how to run things, how to view, where to find different things. But I'm just going to show you the most important things that you need, especially if you want Cloud Code on your VS Code installed. So what you're going to want to do is on the left where it says Explorer here, just scroll all the way down to where it says Extensions. So click on Extensions, and then this should come up. Okay. Then when this comes up, you're just basically going to search for Claude Code, and it should come up. It's the one that's going to be verified by Anthropic. This is basically the one. For me, it's already installed, so I don't really have to reinstall it because it's already installed. So you're going to have an install button similar to this. Let me just click on something else so that you see it. So you have this other Claude, and then you have install here. So you just click install, and then it should tell you that it's installed. You just have to wait like a few minutes, and then it will install. And then after it installs, you basically are just going to have a sign in pop up here. And then on that sign in, how you're going to do that is you head over to Claude AI, their official site. Head over to Claude AI, basically here. Log in, create an account, and then you have to be on their paid subscription for you to be able to access Claude Code. So Claude Code does come with some features, which is you can say it's paid. So there's a paid version, which I think is $20, and I think there's the other package. I've forgotten what it's called, but that one is 100. I think it's 200, 100, $200 for it. I'm on the $20 plan, so even that is okay. So you can use Claude like that. So you just come here, and then you just have to sign in. Mine is already there. You can see details are there, and then you have to be on the pro plan. Mine, I'm already on the pro plan, so it's much more easier for you to be able to access. So you simply just do that, and then you come back to VS Code, and then once it installs, it's just going to ask you to connect to your Google account. You can connect to your Google account, and then basically from there, it's just going to be able to detect that you're on a pro plan. So you have Cloud Code set up. So it's as easy as that. So you can head back using this, and then if you want to use Cloud Code, you should have it pop up somewhere here. I already have it here. So you just click on that and close this. And then once you click on that, you have Cloud Code right on your computer, just here loading. So this is a really quick step on how you set up Cloud Code. I've seen multiple different ones where they show you how to go to terminal, do that. Like it's so, I'm not saying it's not irrelevant, it's so relevant you can do that, but it's much more straightforward than it looks. You just have to go to Claude AI's website, just get Claude AI. You can get Claude Code from there, just download it, download VS Code on your laptop, and then go to the extensions, search for Claude Code. It's going to come up, and then just log in from there, and then just like that you have Claude Code on your laptop. So it's basically as easy as that. And then from here now, we're going to be able to create anything that we want. using Cloud Code. So I'm not exactly sure what we should create, but you can talk to it, say, what can you do? And it's basically going to give you an entire list of some of the things it can do, what it can't do. I won't even say much. I'm just going to let it give me the response, and then you'll be able to see how that works. So as you can see, it has here, here's a quick overview: code and development, write, edit, debug, infrastructure, explain how code works, find debugs, security vulnerabilities, review, pull. It has files and operations: read, create, and edit files, search code base, navigate and explore product structure, terminal and commands. All these GitHub research, automation, and scheduling. You can create almost anything for this. So this is basically what I wanted to do. What I've been wanting to do actually since been on it, and I was actually going to try and create the automation in this video, is creating an automation for my social media. So I've been trying to get more consistent when it comes to posting on LinkedIn, on um, Instagram as well. X, I don't really use X. I think I should start using X, but other social media platforms have been trying to create an automation for that. And I think I can try and do it in this video. So we're going to try and use Claude and then create the social media automation. So basically what I'm going to say is that from here, once you have Claude Code installed, you're good. If you want right now, you can literally hop off the video. If you just wanted to learn how to install Claude Code, you can literally hop off the video right now. But if you want to also see how it works when it comes to creating some of these automations, this is where now I'm going to try and create an automation which is going to help me post more content. So I'm trying to create that. Then let's see how it can assist. So I'll just say, all right, so we're basically just going to type it like that, and then we're going to see how it works. I've deliberately just added in LinkedIn because I want it to create one for LinkedIn, and then I want to see what that looks like. So let's see what it's saying. Great job. What should the content be? AI generated post, or do you want me to draft up? So it's basically just giving me a few questions that I have to answer for it to be more like sure or good use. So basically, which direction it should go in. So I'm basically just going to answer these. So the first one was the first question. Um, do you want me to draft an up and schedule both AI generated? You approve them post. I think I'm going to go with this. And I'll do this, and then daily I'll do this, and then do you have LinkedIn API access? You need LinkedIn developers app free. So here basically it's just asking me to say if I want to use an external like Zapier. So it can be Zapier here or Buffer or even N8N if you use N8N or Make.com, because you can easily log in into your LinkedIn through those accounts, and then you can create kind of like a two-step automation where this will, whenever it creates the post, it's going to be able to trigger the N8N or the Make, and then that's going to run that workflow. It's asking me if I can do this. What tech stack are you comfortable with? Python running on your machine, a web app, no code too. So I think I'm going to try and go with the web app and then try to create like a just mini structure for LinkedIn only. So hopefully at the end of the video, it's going to be live as well. So we'll see. Here's what I can build depending on your answer. Option LinkedIn Python script API. Basically, it's just asking me if I can create an account and then get the APIs for my LinkedIn. So I'm trying to do that because I'm trying to not do Zapier, because that's also going to be another cost thing. So that means you'll be paying for multiple tools. And then if we want to avoid that, we basically just have to get this automation, Claude, and then what's here? Create an app, automation, Claude, LinkedIn page. And it's right now it's creating an automation which is basically going to help me schedule my posts specifically for LinkedIn. I just want LinkedIn specifically because I've been not really struggling with posts. I feel like it would be something that's really nice, and hopefully by the at the end of this video I can create something that kind of like uh yeah, basically that's something that I can even put out there as a SaaS, so that if one of you even wants to access it, you can access that. How to run it? So add your Cloud Code API. I'm going to add my API here. That's also the good thing about Cloud is like every single time you give it your API, it's like keep in mind like you've just exposed your API, so you might have to delete it and then create another one later. So that's also a good reminder that it does. So it's a good thing. So I don't know if I'll remember to do that, but hopefully I do. Basically, it's just telling me that I need to run this in my terminal. So how you can do this basically is open CMD. Okay, this is basically nothing scary. So you have to do CD. CD just basically kind of like allocates the file where you're keeping the project. So for this file specifically, we have it in this project, which is a test app project. So we can copy that, just say CD, and then that's basically just going to tell this is basically just going to tell command prompt that we're focusing on this file now, and everything that happens or everything that gets executed should be from this file. So from this file you can say run this from that file, and then it should start installing all the dependencies that it needs for it to be able to run it. So we're going to wait and then see if it does install all of them. Default to user installation because normal site package is not writable. Collecting Flask, collecting Anthropic, collecting request. So basically all these, this kind of looks like one of those things that you would normally see in a movie when you're watching like movies and they're like trying to code, and then you just like see like lines. So that's very interesting to see. Um, but yeah, right now it's just basically downloading all the dependencies that it needs. You can see these are like very small packages as well. It's not like they're not huge. You have like 20 KB, you have 75, you have 18, you have 260. So basically these aren't really really huge files. It's just basically the small dependencies that it needs for you to be able to run your application locally. So it's going to be a local thing first, and then I'm going to try and deploy it, because you have to kind of like review the app before you can actually put it on deployment. So this is basically this entire process and what it looks like. So this should just basically take a few minutes. And I think while this is happening, this is also a good time for me to mention that I do have a Discord. So feel free to join the Discord. Right now, what I'm going to be doing in the Discord is try to be having every Friday or Thursday. I'm not sure whether Thursday or Friday. I'll try to find out from everyone who's going to be in the Discord which day is actually good to be having these live chats, and then just have a conversation where I get to ask questions on where you think you're stuck, what type of tech help do you need, just answer some of the basic questions when it comes to Cloud Code, coding, the AI stuff basically in general. So make sure you join the Discord as well, be part of that, and then be part of that community. It's not really as big right now. I think we're maybe less than 20 people, but more than 10 people is like in the middle. And yeah, it'd be very cool for you to be in it. And then as it grows, basically think of it as you being one of the founding members of, a really good Discord community. So make sure you hop on that, and I'll see you in the Discord as well every Friday or Thursday. And you can also access to resources there. So most of the resources I'm going to be putting out, even the steps I think to this, just in case maybe this video is a bit too long, you can just go in the Discord and then check it out. So now, so we can check it in the browser and see if it's working. So basically just copy that and head to the browser, just paste that in, and then okay, so it's running, but it's bringing internal server error. The server encountered an internal error and was unable to complete your request. Either the request is overloaded or this is an error in the application. What you can do, especially in Cloud Code, now that you have Cloud Code, you can basically just copy the entire error and then just paste it in, and then just look for another thing that you can look for the other error. I think I'm getting some other errors here. I'm reading some of them. It's just basically saying it's like some misallocations. It's saying it's like misinstalling where it's supposed to be installed. Uh, I don't know if that makes sense, but basically that. So basically when to do that, go back into Claude, give it all these errors, and then let's see it. You can basically see it here, just saying the error is hidden, let me debug it. So it's basically even activating by itself its own debug mode. This you can see enable debug mode so that we can see the real problem. So it can basically do that, and then if it feels it needs to activate its own mode, it can basically do that, which is kind of cool. Now also enable debug mode made so that if anything else breaks, we can see. It just told me to close the terminal and then basically just restart the entire thing. So CMD, okay. So we go back to CD. Where is that? Our app location is here. So paste just that, this app, and then you can do this. Okay, so this time, as you can see, we've kind of had a much more cleaner load. So there are not many errors like before. So we can try and run it again. So just basically copy that, paste it in this one. So okay, so now as you can see, as you can see right now, this is the most basic version that you can have of it, but it's something that you can see topic AI agents, small businesses leave blank, load if I click generate. So basically, just like that, you already have like a demo that's something that you can um, start playing around with when you are using Claude Code. So already I've created this LinkedIn SaaS in a way, and then you're able to create posts and schedule posts. Just from here, you can't schedule the post yet. The app is working, you just generate posts because your Claude API account has 0 credits. Okay, fix it in 2 minutes. Go to the console, click plan the billing, add credits, minimum $5. That's hundreds of posts. Okay, so I see where it's going. I see where it's buy credits. Okay. Basically, just have to buy some credits and then be able to connect that. I think this is something that's very interesting. Then I think I'll finish doing it, and I'm pretty sure by the time this video is finishing or like being posted, I'm going to have the entire SaaS. So if you probably want to have access to it, I'm going to leave a link in the description. And if you want a part two of me actually finishing out this build, I think I'm also going to start and trying to do more like SaaS, Cloud Code SaaS projects as well. So be sure to check it out and then be sure to subscribe. But basically, this is it. You can see this has just gone from basically nothing to right now having a it's not so great more, but you basically see how you already have a dashboard right now. So after you basically if you do this and then you finish it, you can go and deploy it quickly on Netify. I think Netify is one of them that you can deploy in the SaaS easily and fast. You can use Superbase for your backend. You can use Firebase as well, I think, for the authentication, and you can use I've forgotten some other free ones as well, but these platforms do have a free tier if you're trying to start and just launch it like for free for a little while. But then obviously, as if you start getting more users and if you start like using it more, people really want to use it more, you can upgrade it. So do let me know if you actually want me to finish this SaaS. I can create a part two and then actually maybe launch it. It's basically going to be posting on LinkedIn automatically. So right now it just needs me to upgrade the credits and then I'll be able to do it. I don't really want to drag this video on too long. It's already too long right now. I think I'm over 25 minutes. Definitely, I'll just create maybe a part two of it where I'll actually buy the credits and then continue using it. And you guys hopefully have gained some value and gained some insight from how you can build a software or build any automation right now with Claude Code or from nothing all the way to having a working demo and even deploying in basically you can do this even in basically less than 20 minutes. So it's really interesting to see what the AI space is doing now and what these tools like Claude Code are actually doing now. This is something that would actually before, especially with me after I was using I was developing even before, so I was developing I think from 2 years ago. So Cloud Code wasn't even that active then. So it's been very interesting for to act. It's been very interesting to see that entire process kind of like come together, and then you can basically create apps now just by speaking, or just just telling it what you want to do. If you want to see another video, like I said, do make sure you leave it in the comment section. There is the link to the Discord as well. Make sure you join the Discord so that we can have more conversations. If you want me to make a part 3 and launch the SaaS as well, yeah, basically that. Make sure you subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.